Good morning everyone, this is Jurgita with Magic Pan Crafts and I'm starting the week 6 of a game, 3 months to the finish line. And today is Monday morning, I have a cup of coffee and this is kind of something different that I'm starting off. But I'm still sorting my threads on to Annie's Keepers. And want to show you again that how different it could be just the original DMC colors. So I'm sure you probably can tell when they're like right next to each other, those two colors, that they're slightly different, even though like by the markings on their what the numbers and tags and scan codes, that they're not that old, but when you look at the light, they differ. So I usually, the way I do is So I usually just grab two together and press side by side, stretch her out sometimes, and then you can usually tell if there's exactly same color or not. So as you can tell by all the markings and everything, that they look all of packaging is pretty much the same. They have, you know, the numbers on the top, etc. And even this is lighter color than darker, so you would think darker might be older one, but according to this color book that I have with the real threads, this lighter color actually matches better than the dark one. So that's what I'm going to be putting on my Annie's Keepers, and set this on the side for like some small projects, because I do not want to mix these two colors together on the same project, because you can tell a difference. So even in DMC, the dye variations are different. So this is pretty much what you can see. Can you tell difference between the colors? It's very annoying. So that's why everybody suggests, if you need more than one skein on the same project, follow the exactly same number and dye in here, and not to just grab whichever color you have in your stash. So that's that. And I wanted to start this week with the previous week's chart, because after I uploaded the video, I continued stitching, and actually I finished my ornament. So that was very exciting. 3 days in a row and 3 whips finished. So that was very, very unexpected of me. It rarely happens, even 2 days in a row something ends up. So last week was very successful, very happy, but I think for from now on, the smallest ones sort of projects are gone, and I had to kind of rewrite my designs, so to speak. I did not print it out yet, but this is what I've decided. Since I finished my ornament, I thought what else to use on, but since I'm using this pattern for different types of styles that I need to stitch every month, I figured I might as well include this big one also. So that's gonna be number 1. Number 2, again, I'm gonna pick anything. If it falls out, I might pick something fairly small from my current whip list, or like my monthly dragon. If I need to stitch on that, then number 3, my picture is too big right now to show you, sitting aside. So it's gonna be Prairie Schooler Santa, 3 ornaments of the same guy, and 4 stays, of course, the Milady Chateau, and right now it's 76.6% done. And today I'm starting on this Pana Kit dragon pillow, my dragon pillow, and it's right now 65.8% done as of now. And the summer ball, which is also not small, 77.6% done. So that's where I'm starting this week, and I'm gonna be since dice rolled last week on number 5. That's what I'm gonna start. So let's see if there's any other surprises might be happening this week, although I don't think I can finish even if I worked on one project all week long. So, but it's okay. At least I finished 3 and 2 of them needed to be finished, so I think I'm except the Prairie Schooler Santas, I think I'm done with Cross Stitch with Luda challenge, and I'm almost done like 10 and 20 challenge too. So yeah, so this is what my starting point is, and I'll show you actually in the stitching itself. So as I said, I have a 65.8% done on my dragon, and here's what it looks like as right now. So I rolled up all the top because top is done, and this is what's left on the bottom. It looks like not, it's like not a lot. Where is the whole body is gonna fit, right? But it will fit. It's a tail gonna be kind of curling like this way, and don't know which way I'm gonna go, left side more or right. I'm just gonna continue filling in. It's fairly easy on the eyes. It's an 11 count Ada, and it's with 4 threads over 1 full stitch. And though sadly the only bad thing about this kit is the threads are fairly short, so it doesn't take that long to finish off the thread length. So couldn't buy the same threads because it's not DMC. I would have gotten just you know, from a store and just continued with the long ones, but I don't want to just compare the colors to my chart color, so that's what I'm doing. And I've started this dragon in the last year's Stitch Mania, May 22nd. I'm not gonna finish it this year, I'm sure, unless it keeps popping out on my dice. Then I might be able by the new year. We'll see. So this is my starting point, and I need to stitch at least 1,000 stitches in this. So you'll see in a second how it looks. And it's Tuesday night, and I did 1,211 stitches. So I went a little bit above. It was just hard to stop. I kind of went into it and just stitched, and it's like a little bit more, a couple more stitches. I'm gonna finish, you know, filling in these holes, and then continuing. Oh well, I made more spaces, so let's finish filling in these holes. And when you look up close, it looks like there's quite a bit of shining fabric through, but I think after washing it's gonna shrink a bit, so that should be fine. And I was really trying work hard to, you know, make all the stitches lay flat so it would fill in as much gap as possible. But that's what I ended up, and sorry, and there's like just a couple stitches below, and that would be very bottom of my design. So I could practically say that I reached the bottom, except those like couple stitches below. That would be the fully bottom, but that's what it is. And it's not a lot of fabric left. You see like under Q-snap right here in the right corner, what's left wrapped around. So it could have been a little bit more fabric, but I know we're gonna be cutting it out later on. But at least for stitching it would have been a little bit easier to, you know, fill in, give us at least an inch extra of the fabric for this. Of course, you can always change the fabric for yourself, and you know, get on make it smaller pillow if you want it, and with less threads. So that's what it looks like right now, and I'm ready to roll my dice. What do you think it's gonna be next? Ta-da! I did not attach this, so these are the choices. Again, 6 choices, and actually, I'd love to stitch now my monthly dragon, because it's already, what, 10th? And I need to get cracking on that. So we'll see what falls out. If number 2, then I'm gonna definitely pick my monthly dragon. So, falling, number 5. I think this dragon wants to be finished. I calculated that 7 more times need to be stitched and it would be done. So about 7,000 more stitches left, I think, in this thing. And since there's no back stitching, that's only stitches are. But I think I'm gonna set this aside for a little bit, and I'm gonna start on my monthly dragon, and I'll show you what I've done with that, because I'm starting from 0, so there's nothing to show. I don't have a picture printed, but you'll see. So it's gonna be a tiny surprise. But the dragon seems like it's gonna be wanna be conquered, be stitched and hanging there for my enjoyment and yours. So I'll see you in a blink of a moment, and you'll see some of my progress. Well, what do you know? It's Thursday late night, and I just finished my minimum 1072 stitches I got in my dragon, and I think you should be able to tell a difference. I actually added a couple of stitches in here because my thread was left over from here, but all those scales already filling in here, so it's looking very good. Like, I can show you the original to compare. So you see all those scales right here on the leg, I guess back leg. It's showing up in here. It's kind of scattered, but I wanted to make a frames, so that's what happened. And one big reason why it took so long is I was stitching on my monthly dragon in the past practically few days. I'll show you how much I've done in that one. And ta-da! This is what it looks like right now. So it's gonna be dragon sitting and painting, like nailing the stars, so to speak. So you can see kind of stars already popping out. All the outline almost all done, and it's what, 45 or something percentage done. So that's what it took me a while. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually what, 1,500 maybe stitches is in here. So yeah, doesn't look like a lot at all. I'm shocked, but I was kind of busy past few days. We got Girl Scout candy nuts all sorted out and picked up. My car had battery dead, so luckily husband was able to change yesterday because he had a day off due to Veterans Day. So at least I don't have to go look for a new car anytime soon. So I might come back this next week and finish off the regular stitching, but now it's time to roll the dice. So again, let's see, my list is so far I worked on a dragon pillow and my monthly dragon and a dragon pillow. So what do you think is gonna happen next? These are the all numbers again that I have. I haven't changed the picture yet, and I'm gonna roll a dice. I don't know what I want to stitch next. Have no idea. Number 4. Oh, I know somebody's been waiting for Milady Chateau just to continue on, and that's by Dimensions kit, and I'll pull it out and I'll show you where I'm gonna start. And here it is. So as you can see, I have it in my Q-snaps all the way to the edge, at least on the bottom. So my hair is everywhere. So this is where I think I'm gonna continue, just keep going from a bottom up. I have not done any of the back stitching in this whole area like I've done in the top portion, but when you look at the picture and what I've done, so it kind of was using greenery stitches in here, and then if it's left, I was continuing on all those like bushes in front of the castle here, or chateau. And as you know, Dimensions have all kinds of different types of threads with blends and half stitching, and with 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of threads, it could be mixed in, so that's what it makes a dimensional thing. And this big spot is for the lady, and again it's going to be much more greenery in the tree here. The top is a little bit folded over. It's been a while since I've stitched on this, and I kind of missed it, but I also sort of was hoping for more dragon pillow because I was in the moment kind of to stitch on it. So this is my starting point, and again I have to stitch about 1,000 stitches on this one. So in a blink of a moment you're gonna see how much it expanded. Well, it is Friday night, and as you can see, I already marked my Lady Chateau 1185. That's how many stitches I totally put in, and it's kind of getting late in the evening, closer to 11 p.m. So as you can see, I filled in almost all the way, all of this place, filled in more water here, and actually then decided to start doing all the back stitching and straight stitches. So it's all this grass to make it more 3D. So there's going to be also some French knots, some lines happening in the road, and decided then that probably is enough for now, because I'm curious to see what is gonna be rolled the next time. Don't you think, guys? Yes. So next time when I play with this Lady Chateau, I think I'm just gonna continue filling in all the bottom, all this back stitching, and some French knots there possibly, and then there's a couple spots here and like here left that are still empty, so kind of filling in. Once I take the thread, I try to fully finish it, you know, so instead of just cutting off and hanging and then picking something else right there, I just try to find a spot where else I can use it. Yep, so that's what I've done, and let's see, what do you guys want to see next? What do I want to see next? And again, these are the six pieces here that I'm planning to work on. Still did not print a new one. Maybe I'll won't print again. Let's see, what do I want? I think I want to do number 2. Yes, I think so. And number 2, it fell. So it says anything, and I think since I have to do the monthly dragon, I might continue with that. So let me pull her out for you. And here it is, November dragon. So this is where I stopped last time when I was stitching just like in between my 6 main projects. So this is what you see now, and then I need to put in at least 1,000 stitches. So in the blink of a moment, hopefully you'll see this much more grown. I know it's a weekend coming up, and actually I have some plans to start getting items like wood pieces and extras to make like a floor stand and some frames. So I have plans from Monarch Chrysalis floor stand, and I wanted to do some changes with it, so we'll see. I have to figure out then which kind of size pieces I want to buy from a hardware store. So anyway, I'm gonna see how it goes. So this is what you see right now, and hopefully before the weekend I can show you this much more grown. So let's take a blink of eyes and see bigger picture. And ta-da! It's Sunday night, and I have my ornament, all the stitches fully done. Phew! Now I sent out already to the designer and the picture with like this, and now I'm going to be waiting for the backstitch pattern to be sent back to me so I can stitch it. And now I still have 2 weeks about to do all that. But what got me kind of long time to do it, somehow I was working like in this area and something wasn't coming up right. And I looked this way and that way, and it's like I'm off 2 stitches to the left, and I couldn't figure out. It's like, okay, I know I got exact same amount of stitches from the top, so I knew that. And I knew that, you know, I had the dragon all stitched up properly and the full sizes, but like this light was off, so I was taking out quite few stitches, maybe a couple of 100 stitches in there at least, because I wanted to make sure first to do this like a bucket or something like that, to make sure it's all fitting in, because I figured the sides I can do the adjustments. And I even started to, you know, unpick like a side here, and I looked and I went all the way, some of those threads that had on the side, all the way to the top, and I still couldn't figure out how did I mess it up, right? So then I looked, and turns out when I compared like where the top and ends in this left side, and where the, what is that, a moon, I guess, is that I actually started the main part 2 stitches to the left, so it had to be a little bit off. Is that left or right? Anyway, I can't even remember right now, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to tear the whole thing, you know, what you saw before. That was quite a bit done, you know. I'm halfway practically was done with this, or close to it, like over 40% at least was. And it's like, I really don't want to take all the stitches again out. So then what I had taken out, then I started to stitch the middle part, make sure main characters items were, you know, the bucket with extra stars here, it's gonna be you know, and a dragon with a chair that were correctly in proportion and size. And then I started to like a fudge all around here. So I don't know, I just don't know how it happened. It's like, it's been so long since I've ever messed up. And that's, I think, the first one actually in one of those dragons, and I've been stitching them since April each month. So hopefully designer can't see much. I mean, like, you know, this star is a little bit closer to the dragon, and this I think is incorrect, but like here I fudged the same color, had to be like 3, so I did like a 1, and another color, if it was 2, I did only 1. So yeah, so it was all fudged up, but you wouldn't know, would you, from this design? So hopefully it all will look good. And of course, when I hopefully get the back stitching pattern sent to me, that I'll have to fudge again to make sure that all the outlines just are correctly to this current design. So for this game, I included all the stitching after fudging, so to speak. So since it was thrown as a number 2 that I can stitch anything, so that's how much I got, 23.34 total in the stitching. Not what was design. Design was, this whole thing was like over 3,600 total stitches. So that's what my long story was. And since I had a little bit more time, I decided I wanted to stitch something a little bit more. It's not enough time to roll a dice again for today, so I just decided to grab my dragon pillow and just continue stitching for tonight. Maybe I'll be able to finish it by the end of this year, I don't know. So anyway, this is what overall week looks like. I had a couple times dragon pillow, and I'm stitching right now also this one, and I started with 65, almost 66% in the beginning of the week, and I know right now is what, about 10-12% more or something like that. I got Milady Chateau one time, and I was stitching a little bit monthly dragon as a loose kind of extra thing, and as dice roll chosen. So that's what my total stitching on these picked ones was. So I think I'm gonna show you dragon pillow, what I've stitched what I'm stitching right now next time. So I think it's time to roll my dice for the next week, and I'll pull out the pictures again. And this is what it looks like. My dragon pillow, summer ball, Milady Chateau are the pictures, and then Prairie Schooler Santa. I have maybe like 50 stitches or less already in it, and anything, and the King's Fairy Tale. So I don't know what I want to be picked. Maybe number 1. We'll see what falls. Number 3, Prairie Schooler Santa. Yay! It's gonna be three Santas of the same ones, and I'm stitching on my own dyed fabric. I'll pull it out for you to see. And this is what I have. It's 1988 Prairie Schooler Santa, and that's what I have for my very first one. It's very simply done. My purse kind of size, little what's that? Not the Q-snap. Guys, I know you're probably yelling at me. Hoop. Here you go. Some kind of tension hoop. It's fairly good tension with this push-in kind of metal hoop, and that's all I've done. It's a part of his Santa's coat. So I'm gonna start with the first one, and then I have rolled up fabric for 2 more of the same ones. So this is my starting point, which is pretty much nothing, but we'll see how much. I want to do, I think, 1,000 for this one too, possibly between 500 and 1,000, that's for sure. So we'll see. I don't know exactly how many stitches are for each of them, but we'll see how it goes. So this is my start, and I hope you liked this video, that I'm gonna put it all pieces together. And yeah, the weather hopefully for all of you are nice, that nobody you know or you are being sick. So hope you all staying healthy and have time to stitch and enjoy watching FlossTube. And if you haven't subscribed yet and would like to do so, the button is below. We're also with the bell to know when my new video is gonna come up, which is probably gonna be in the week again, because I'm still gonna be playing my game, and I think it's gonna be the 7th week if I remember correctly. If not, I'll write it below anyway. And I'll be happy if you leave some kind of comment what you thought it would be like this week, or what you think I'm gonna pull out next or roll next for my dice game. And if you're playing along with yours, hope it's all going well for you too. And until the next time, this was Jurgita, and saying bye-bye. Iki.